How's everybody doing? We're here. What day is it? Friday? It's Friday today. Unbelievable. We made her through the week. Camera's frozen. Off to a great start, eh? Holy. Sarah, what's going on? Audrey, Shane, Brian. Hope you guys are doing well. I gotta figure out this camera. Here, bear with me. 1 sec. This camera here. This one works. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Streaming ain't easy. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm gonna just quickly fix this situation. What are we talking about here? Yeah, I've been doing a couple things around here. I've been adding some camera angles. I'll show you if I can get this one to work. Yeah, I got a face cam, I got this normal cam, and then I actually added the sewing machine camera as well. But just before I went live, the light actually burnt out, so it's not going to be as bright over there. And then I need to work on a microphone situation over there as well. But before I get into this, I got to just quickly figure this out. But it's nice to see you guys in here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a good Friday. It's been going well for me over here as well. Very busy. So that's why I haven't been able to do a lot of these lately. But we're going to be getting back at it right away here. I don't know what's happening with this camera here. Always something, right? Always something with technology. Capture device. So today, there we go. I gotta configure this thing though. It's pretty saturated. Today I'm gonna be finishing off this messenger bag. That's definitely gonna happen. And I'm gonna go over a couple more things with you guys as well. The link was all buggy in the beginning too. Oh, maybe I've already got it open. Yeah, I do. Okay, hold on a sec here. Configure video. Sorry, guys. Not a great way to start it off here, but you know what? At least we're here. We're here and we're making it happen. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so let's start this thing again. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. It just started. It didn't start 13 minutes ago. It just started right now. So welcome. It's nice to see all of you. No, I haven't had any tech issues at all. It's been great. All the lights are working. I had the right amount of extension cords. Everything's just been functioning the way I want it to. So welcome. Welcome to the stream. Seriously, though, Andrew, what's going on? Sarah, it's nice to see you in here. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. It's gonna be a stream. I'm gonna finish off this messenger bag like I've said. I want to go through first off though 3 things here. A lot of you guys have been curious about like what's a mystery what's a mystery Italian bundle. So I'm gonna get out of my own way here. So this is a mystery Italian bundle, and these three are actually up for auction right now. So when you get a mystery Italian bundle, you're getting around 2 square feet of miscellaneous Italian leather. So it's going to be cuts that you can use to make wallets, earrings, bracelets, a lot of the smaller end leather goods, but it's just a variety of different cuts for you guys to utilize. So I just wanted to quickly show you what that was, because a lot of people were curious. With the auctions, I don't do a crazy large amount of photography and videos and stuff, just because they go so quickly. So I have to be doing them every day, and then I have to be putting up leather as fast as it's coming in these days, and then got to pack the orders and yada yada yada. So that's, if you guys are wondering, that's why I don't do very many photos, but that's what a leather Italian mystery bundle is. You're getting about 2 square feet of miscellaneous Italian leather. You can make whatever you want out of it, and this is what they look like. So these 3 right now, they're up for auction, just so you guys know. Actually, let's quickly get some music going for you. Let's get some music going for you guys. There we go. Yeah, apologies for the beginning of the stream here. The link was buggy in the beginning, so I had to redo it, and then I came on, and this is problem after problem after problem. It's a good time. Another thing that I've actually been working on, I've been excited to show you guys, is this boxing glove. I'm making that set of boxing gloves. For those of you who've been around, a lot of you guys in here have been around. And yeah, I'm making these boxing gloves, so I'm going to show you some of what it entails. What's going on, Andrew? Hey, I've always wondered, when you buy a mystery bundle, does it come with a list of what the leathers are, just in case I love one and I know what it is, so I can buy that one specifically? So the problem is that I'm going to just say, first off, no, sadly I don't. And the reason I don't is because a lot of the times the leathers that go into mystery bundles are either one-off, or they're limited run, or what have you, right? Like a lot of them are going to be rare bundles that I may not even sell the leather. I may not bring it in ever again, that kind of thing. But with the Italian ones, they are typically stocked. But the thing is about those ones is that since the Italian bundles are so vibrant and crazy, you'd be able to tell right away what each leather is. Like, they're so unique and they're so out there, if you know what I'm saying. So you'll be able to pick up on what it is right away. Okay, so this here is, I was doing this the other day. I'm gonna get to the messenger, but I'm just chatting with you guys. We're catching up. It's been about a week since I've done one of these. It's been wildly busy, and I have to get orders out the door before I can do this kind of thing. So I've just been swamped with that, which is good, and thank you all for all of that. But I can't do as many streams if things are going buck wild, right? So so last week though, I bought a pair of boxing gloves because I'm gonna rip these guys apart and I'm gonna start recreating them, and I'm gonna make them with different leather. This, I can say, is by far the most complicated thing I have ever attempted to recreate. You would not believe how insanely difficult these things are. Like, there's this leather band that runs all the way around the edge. You got to take that off first, and then you got to dig out some of the foam, and then inside of there's another line, a stitch line, that you got to dig out and rip apart to be able to access the inside of the glove. And then you got to turn it inside out, and then the liner doesn't actually line the glove because it has to, your hand has to go in the glove, and there has to be padding behind the liner. Right? So it's just like the most complex thing. But I am slowly getting there. This is all the padding that they put into these gloves, which is hilarious. It's just like random thread and what looks like almost like wool. It's like runoff or overrun from material. Like it's just these little wads. So kind of easy, you know, and then you got your foam backing and you got all these little components. So kind of cool, you know. That's what I like about the mystery. Lets you make a one only item. A never gonna happen again in the leather. Yeah, for sure. And that's where it definitely is a one-off, primarily situated product, right? But you may get some stuff in there, like you may get some SB foot that's reorderable and what have you. But yeah, by and large, it's definitely going to be one-off for the most part. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. It's Friday. It's Friday. Now that I'm older, it doesn't really mean anything that it's Friday. Nothing changes for me, but it is what it is. All right. I want to get into this. Messenger bag. I'm not wasting time today. I want to get right into it. What was I gonna do for? Okay, so for the buckles, they're gonna be attached to the straps. That's right. Okay, so I gotta stitch these. These are dry. But yeah, I'll finish this up today, and then I think the next one that we do, we're gonna dive into those boxing gloves. See if we can't figure out a way to create a pattern. And then before I even get to that one, I will finish off the design notes for these two last projects that I've done for you guys. There we go. I turned on the camera and I think I tweaked it a little bit. Okay, so what do we got going on here? So that's not a rolled edge. Man, I haven't been at this for a minute. Got to get that microphone all ready to go. Okay, we're ready. We're giving her. So this here, these are going to be the straps that go around the top. First, I got to do the sides. I got to stitch these gussets on. Where are the rest? Straps. Okay, so these guys got to go on inside out. I think I'm going to clip these. I think I'll clip them, and I'm not adding adhesive. I'm just going to stitch and unclip as I go. Another thing I'm going to do is, this whole thing's a work in progress for the stream. And what I'd like to do is, see, the whole thing's kind of backwards. Mykola, what's going on? The whole thing's kind of backwards because, like, typical streamers stream things like right on their computer, whether it be video games or what have you. So they've got headphones on, so they can hear their music, they can hear their notifications popping through, they can hear donations if those come through, that kind of thing. And I don't have the ability because I don't have headphones on. So I think what I'm going to do, though, I might get like a Bluetooth receiver and plug it into the headphone jack. And that way I can actually have earbuds in. Because there's cool things too, like there's stuff that unlocks as you stream more on YouTube, and there's things like the subscriber messages and stuff. So like if you subscribe to the channel, or you've been subscribed for a certain amount of time and you're celebrating an anniversary of your subscription, or if you send a donation or something like that, like it reads it out loud so that everyone can hear it with a computer voice. It's pretty cool. But I wouldn't be able to hear those things right now, because if I could hear them, you'd hear it through the microphone and just keep going and going and going, right? So sorry, I'll try and stay in frame here. I think I'll stitch one side at a time. I'm not gonna clip both sides. I'm just gonna do one side at a time. Okay, so for those of you that were in here before when I was doing part 1 and 2 of this thing, this is the original bag. It's got a thicker gusset, as you can see. So that was the whole primary thing to me remaking this bag, is that I wanted to have it be a smaller gusset. I didn't want such a large gusset width-wise. So I've shrunk it down from this bag here, and I think it's gonna look good. Okay, so we got rolled top there. Yeah, there's no, I'm just gonna make sure I'm paying attention here, because I can't really, once this is stitched, we done. Okay, so that'll be that. Damn, this is gonna look good. You know what? I caught myself. I can't do this yet. I can't do this yet. I gotta put the straps on first, or else I'm not gonna be able to stitch them on later. I'd have to rivet them on. Yep. Okay. It's better to have realized that now than to have sewn the whole thing together and then realize that I gotta take it apart or mess around with it to get the straps on. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these straps here, I want to stitch them on and make them come around the top. So this is where I'm running into an issue now, because the bag is thinner. So if I stitch these on at this length, they're gonna have to be stitched on to a shorter length. Okay, so let me take this off. No, I don't need to take that off. Okay, so shit, you know what? It wouldn't have been a bad idea actually to have that thing on and then measure the distance around. Oh, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Don't you dare yell at me for doing this. Things happen. I make mistakes just as much as anyone else does. I'm gonna stitch, or not stitch, I'm gonna clip in like 3, 4, 5, 6 spots ish. I just want to get a rough estimate. See, this is the thing, is like I'm going in blind on this design. So, somewhat blind. I want to measure the distance that I need for this strap, but I don't have anything to go off of except for the actual finished size of it. Okay, so if that's the size there, let's just say for argument's sake this was the right way. This strap here would come up on the pocket and then it would wrap around. So let's do this. Let's use this boxing glove just to make it more rigid here. Okay. Okay, so this will go about that high. Then it'll wrap around the back. Like that. And then if this flap was to flap over, I'm probably going to be cutting her about there. This will come around. And I want it to go to, where did that one go to? Just about to the bottom. So it went probably about right there. So I'll mark it there. It's going to go through the flap there. I have to stitch it on. Okay, is that correct? Are we good? There's going to be a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, Shane, you know what I'm talking about. You've been here too. Holy. Do it, redo it, do it, undo it, do it, redo it. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, so now what I got to do is I'm going to take this apart again. Thank you guys for not yelling at me. Okay. Okay, so now what we have to do is got to decide where on the face I want this thing to go. So it'll hang probably, where did I have that one? Off to the side of the strap. So I want to eyeball it and make it look good. Probably right there, to be honest. Are you guys in your shops right now? Are you driving? Are you at work? What are you guys up to? Where are you hanging out currently? Move this into frame for you. This is ready to go. I trust myself. I trust this is the right length. So I gotta just duplicate this. Grabbing weekend beer. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Okay. Okay, got those two. I'm not going to burnish the edges, but I definitely am going to give it a quick bevel here. My new old workbench trying to finalize EDC key holder pattern. Nice. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm only gonna burnish the one side, the top side, because these are gonna lay flat on the bag, and I'm gonna stitch one line right down the middle. Also, this is the first bag that I will have made and stitched on the cylinder Texo machine. So I'm looking forward to that. That was always the one thing with my flatbed machine that I didn't like stitching, was gussets and stuff like that, like those rounded corners. Totally doable, but a lot more manipulation with the leather involved. You got to flatten everything down, and it's a lot of work, a lot of extra work. Okay, there we go. Random question: are you still able to ship Tokenol? Yep, sure am. Shipped out a bunch today. I'm actually debating bringing in black and brown colored Tokenol. What do you think about that? Would that be something that you guys be interested in, or do you just prefer the white traditional stuff? Because me personally, I'd love to try out the black Tokenol. I just think it would look real clean. Okay, so what I'm doing here is going to be this situation right here. I've got a bunch of studs that I'm going to smack into these things, and then yeah, I need to create these two pieces here. I can get one out of this piece, but yeah, that's the situation there. So I got to make these. So it's a good thing I took that gusset piece off, because would have been an absolute nightmare to figure that one out later on. Okay, so hole punch. Let's do this too. Theo, what's happening? As someone who's using black Tokenol as we speak on some dark medium brown leather, I would recommend it. No kidding. 100% interested in it, says Shane. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll bring it in. I've got a small window in time right now to bring it in too, because it's getting closer to Christmas, and the way that I order it, they can't do it like I will send it to you, where I can send it in insulated packages, or at least try to, right? So I'll get on that. I'll get on that right away. I'll get on that right OA. Did you see what I did there? Oh, man. No, I haven't been working alone for too long. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is going to be that cross piece. I just want to make sure I've got enough material. To work with also. Since we're on the topic of multitasking, I gotta be writing this stuff down. Man, we got a good list of stuff from you guys last time of things to make. Holy. Just gonna quickly write this stuff down. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, it's this piece here. Right? Yeah. Okay, so I just want to measure how long these pieces are. Okay, 32 and a half. So, I just want to write this down quick. 32.5 inches. Yeah, okay, so I'll do that. And then these little guys are, where are we at here? 1, 2, let's say 3 inches long. So these, these are 3 inches. Okay, so I got that. Have we done anything else? No. Okay. We are good. So I need one more of these little guys here. So let's see. I think I threw a piece down here. No. Okay, so there's that one. Quick little bevel. Man, I really miss doing this. It's been too long. There's that point too where you're doing something you love and you're doing it every day, and you just fall into that little groove. I miss that. I miss that workflow, that flow state feeling. It's a lot of fun. Puns like that must be a Friday. Totally, eh? Okay, so I got those two. Now I'm gonna put on I'll put on these studs. This coffee mug. Oh yeah, it's leaking. I've been doing hot coffee in the morning and then cold brew in the afternoon. been a while since I've had a good cold brew. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to work. I don't know. These things are pretty chunky. Might have to hit this a lot, so I'm going to turn the mic down a minute. I gotta be right back. I'm gonna go find some shorter back posts for these things real quick. You know what? I actually might have to use the arbor press for these. This is where they're a little too... These guys are huge. I don't want to... See, and that's almost too short. No, that'll work. That's perfect. Okay, I gotta go to the arbor press real quick here. Try and squish these things together. Holy shit. This is never coming apart. Got it. Come on, focus. There you go. Yeah, wow. This is literally never coming apart ever. Which is good. That's what I like to see. It took almost all my strength. Any suggestions for reducing noise when punching holes? I currently use a 1/4 inch thick punch pad on a solid table, and damn, is it loud. What do you find to be loud? Because like with me, I definitely need to solidify this table. This is just, it's got aluminum legs and stuff, or steel legs. So when I hit it, it's like this ting sound from underneath. What makes the sound? Is it the tool or is it the table? That one didn't work. Definitely table. I never thought about it in the markers. Do you have to thin it down? Any to come out? Sorry, Shane, I'm not understanding what you're asking. Yeah, that one twisted up. So I got to redo that one. That twisted right up. Torque. Fun torque. Actually, I got to measure how much to take off of this one now to even them out. Your table is making the noise. I would say you need you almost need to like elevate the table up off the ground with super thick heavy duty wood or something. I do see many people put a granite slab underneath. Curious if that helps dissipate the noise. Yes, definitely does. Like if you put something real heavy underneath, it definitely does deaden the sound. It dampens the sound quite a bit. For sure. And that's all that I meant by like if you elevate the table up just a little bit with like super thick beams of wood or steel or something like crazy, you definitely will. And that's what I'm going to have to do here. I'm going to get boards or beams that are like this big and put them underneath like a tree trunk practically to put it underneath to just absolutely solidify. So essentially your table just isn't quite sturdy enough for the pounding that you're doing with the hammers and whatnot, right? 80 was saying about using toke in the markers. Oh, okay. Yeah, so is that what they do? They add water to it, eh? For the markers, try thinning it 1-to-1 with water. I was always curious about that too. I never knew if they could use it in a marker or not just for that reason. I always thought to myself, that's strange because it's so thick. Okay, there we go. That one worked. That worked real well, actually. Got her done. You know what happened was on the... This is what I use on the bottom of my arbor press. And the piece was half... It was like in the hole. So... That's why she got twisted up. Yeah, so yeah, marble slab works too. Yeah, I think just anything firm, to be honest, anything super hard. If you just have like a solid wood tabletop, I don't think that's enough. Back home, when I first started doing leather work back in Alberta, I had a workbench, and I made that thing so durable. Just used wood, but I had so many support beams, and like a lot of it was just like the top down. I knew I was going to be hitting that thing all the time, so I wanted to make sure that it was good, right? But okay, so now if I'm going to be putting this on here, I got my line marked out. How high? So it goes about half an inch up off the pocket. So for this, I definitely will have to glue this. Just until the top, though. See, I marked out... Okay, well, if this is the case, I marked out the overall length, but I didn't mark where my stitch line would end. So I think I'd have to go... It was going to hang down about 8 inches down. No, it was going to go about 9 inches down. And this part does, by no means does this have to be perfect. And once this is done, I'll make it better in the design notes for you guys as well. Yeah, I could be like 4 inches off. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be 4 inches off, though. So let's just do a little math. If it's coming down 9 inches, right? So let's write this down. If it's going to be coming down 9 inches, and then it's going to wrap around the bottom of the gusset, which I have the gusset right now at 5 inches. So let's say it's plus 5.5 inches just for the curves around the bottom of the bag, etc., etc. And then the height of the back side of the bag, which is going to be 11 inches. Right? What am I thinking? No, it's going to be on the top. Well, on the top, it'll be 9 up to the top, 5.5 back, 11 for the back side, and then 5.5 again. So if this is here, if that's there, that's going to be the depth of the bag. See, I almost mounted the pockets too low. But if that's the case there, then from this point here, it'll be 5 inches. So from this fingernail line, you got to go 5.5 inches back, and then so 5.5 brings you to, where's my marker? 5.5 brings you to here. This is going to be stitched down the middle, so I can mark it up a little bit. 5.5 will bring me to there, and then 11 up the back. Yeah, okay, we're on the right track now. So 11 up the back, and then I wanted it to go 5.5 again. It'll probably be closer to 5 though. It would be 5 inches. And then the rest of the strap, 9 inches from there. 8.5, 8 inches. I've got 8.25. That's going to be hanging down through the front, and I have buckles that are going to go on that as well, up or down. So I'm not leaving myself a lot of extra room. So I think I go I think I go 5.5 plus 11 plus 5, because the top is not going to be as thick as the bottom of the gusset, so it'd actually be probably closer to like 4.5. Yeah, okay, so this is where I have my leniency for my inches, because that 5.5 inches is going to take me to the top. It'll take me to the top curve of the flap, and I want to stitch it kind of in the middle. So it's where instead of going 5.5, I think I should go 3.5. I think I should go right to this line right here and then stop my stitch there. Sorry, I hit the sound with my ruler. Yeah, so let's do that. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So what I have to do is I want to give myself an edge all the way down. So we're 3 inches in. 3 inches in. 3 inches in. 3 inches in. Okay. Okay, so right there I need glue. I need to put adhesive down right there. Okay, so that's, yeah, this should work. If I'm not totally out to lunch, this should work. Yeah, and you know what? I don't even need to spread this out because it's... Okay. All right. It should work. That's how all of my designs start. I know, me too. Vanessa, what's going on? Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I like to create things kind of one-off a lot of the time. So that's definitely my mindset all the time is, oh, it should work. Let's just give her a go. I think this strap is going to work, but I'm a little bit fearful that I cut it too short, and also now that I put that gusset up against the bag, I'm a little concerned that I didn't take into account the rolled edge on the top. I mean, it's not terrible. For this reason right here. Nah, I guess it's I was going to say like the pocket, I don't want it too close to the bottom. But I don't think we're going to run into a huge issue. And actually, it should be closer. It should be closer to the bottom. It should almost be right on that curve. You should be up just a tiny bit so it doesn't snag on anything. In my personal opinion, right? Like, if we're talking about what looks good, to me, that's what I would say. I'd want it closer to the bottom. I don't want it really high up. Okay, and I'm not going to glue the other one yet, because we need to stitch this one down first. Right? Yeah. It's going to be flapping around a little bit. Okay, so I think that'll work. We got the pocket, or the handle rather, this too. I got to attach this to the top. I can do that after. I can do this part last, because the flap on the top is definitely, it's a standalone piece. It's not going to be on the interior of the bag. How do you guys feel about liners on bags? Do you guys use liners? I have never put one in a bag. I've just never done it. I want to do it, but I've never done it before. Either way, Ian, I'm really digging this bag design. Love the leather choice you made for it too. I love pull-up leathers. Yeah, no, thank you. I think this is coming out nicely. This is just a recreation of a bag that I made 3 or 4 years ago while I get my skill set back under my belt again. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've done real leather work consistently. So I just wanted to kind of get freshened up again by doing a design that I've done, but I don't have a template for it. And that was another reason, was that I didn't have these design notes ready to go for you guys to be able to utilize that bag design that I had previously made. So I wanted to remake it so I could redo the design notes, but then also change up some elements of it. So yeah, thank you. I think it's coming out nicely as well. I don't line my purses, but do my DOP kits. Okay. Haven't tried liners yet. Don't think I'm there yet. See, and that's kind of where I've been at in the past, is like, it's not like I don't think I can do it. It's just kind of, it's that extra process that you have to take into account. And I think my impatience got in the way of me doing them prior. Also, I wanted to use like a cool material. So like now that I carry the Japanese denim, I think that would be a sweet liner for some stuff. Even the waxed canvas, but you don't want your contents getting waxy, so that probably wouldn't work. The olive selvage denim, that'd be kind of cool. Or some like a multicolored wool or something like that. So I think that'd be pretty cool to do a liner for sure. I did my wife's large tote purse with a liner and a few others and would prefer to stay away from it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Liners can be tricky and time consuming, so keep that for one-offs. Yeah, understandable for sure. I've not used a liner yet, but I have a utility bag I would like to line in a Kevlar fabric for heat resistance. That's kind of cool. Kevlar. That's really cool. I do both lined and unlined. When I line with fabric, some people like the hit of color, but at the end of the day, it makes the bag more expensive and less durable. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that, I think that too. I think the durability was I think that the durability was a big factor for me too. I always liked just like the basic leather. You know, like just the standard rugged bag that nothing's going to break. And I think that was a large reason back in the day too why I never wanted to try my hand at zippers. To be 100% honest, it was because I always thought zippers would be the first thing to break on the bag. But yeah, I used the olive denim for the kit bag liner. Came out super sick. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. I'm happy that you've used it. And man, that stuff is so nice, that selvage denim. I have a feeling that stuff, if taken care of, would last so long, you know? I was thinking of thin, soft goat leathers for liners. That too. There's definitely that to be said for the thinner type of leathers. Goat leather is good for that for sure, because you can get it so thin. You know what? I might have to use something like that for the boxing gloves. Because as you can see here, the top of the glove obviously gets sewn in reverse, right? But they pinch it all together. So it looks like this on the stitch line. I don't know if you can see that. Right? So they pinch it all together, and that, like, you have to have a super thin material for that. Right? You wouldn't be able to get away with making these with some sort of thicker leather. Like you got to have something super thin for that situation, right? Using brass zipper on the utility bag. Nice, yeah. Yeah, and they make such good zippers nowadays too that like it's probably not a huge issue. I always fear when a bag goes out with a liner that someone will come back saying it let go. Luckily I've not yet though. Yeah, no, that's a real concern for sure. Had a bag for more than 10 years, gave up because of the inside liner. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, the liner, right? Back to the liner again. Kangaroo would be good for the boxing gloves, thin and tough. Even if yours are just going to be for show. Laugh out loud. That's a good call. That's a really good call. Kangaroo is super, super, super strong. That's the strongest, I believe, is kangaroo leather. So yeah, that's something to think about for sure. Are we going to get a boxing glove template? Oh, you better believe it. That's happening. That is 100% happening. If I'm going to go through all the effort of recreating these gloves, adding my own personal touches and stuff, and not write down a template for them, I'm wasting everybody's, including my own time. Another thing that I'm going to do is, so these ones here, they have the Velcro. But what I want to do is I want to add eyelets in here to make it old school with laces. That's what I'm definitely adding into here. Like, nobody wants Velcro. Let's be honest. Right? We're making stuff out of like the world's nicest leather. You can't be putting Velcro in there. Like, come on, right? Unless it's like an intentional design. Little OA Boxing Glove Makers Challenge. Yeah, I like that for sure. Yeah, and they are a real pain. They are an absolute pain. Pulling them apart was like the most I've spent an hour and a half just figuring out which stitch lines to cut first, because I'm doing it like you have to, when you're recreating something, like you got to deconstruct it from the last step all the way to the first step. So I'm noticing that they're using like different colored threads to signify like this is a later step in the process, and so on and so forth. Super crazy. Yeah, you cannot hang them on Velcro. See, that's true. And that's what the whole plan was to hang them, right? So hang them for show. You got to have those laces in there. Okay, this is man, this coffee cup is just leaking. This is ready to go, so I'm gonna go and stitch it up. Follow me, everybody. Actually, before I get over there, I do want to mark this center line because I want to have one stitch. Okay, come on back, everybody. Come on back over here. Come on. Okay, so half, that's not quite half. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Doesn't need to be perfect. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be proactive here. I'm putting this up next to this guy here. I'm marking it, and I'm putting my line down the center of it too. We're not wasting any more of your guys' time today, or mine. It's probably going to happen a lot though. You guys are in here with me doing leather work. Holy. Sometimes it's not a fast process with me. Back when I would be making up designs, I would oftentimes just stand there. I'm trying, like, I'm not the type of person to draw it out. I don't draw it out and then have a sketch. Like, I very much can appreciate people that do that for sure. I'm just not that type of person when it comes to designing new projects, new bags, new pieces. So I have to visually see it in my mind. I have to literally just imagine it and figure it out in my head. So oftentimes I'll literally just like sit here and stare off into space for 20 minutes while I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this? How does this work into this? How does that work into that? So I'm trying to do that while talking to you guys as well. So I'm probably going to make mistakes here and there, but bear with me. A little off topic here, Ian. Do you guys have the needle tip bottles for sale? Just ran out of them. I'm bringing in another batch for sure. They're definitely, since I'm using them personally, they definitely are a necessity. So those will be back in stock shortly. This is an awesome chill time for me, so take your time. I like watching new ideas come alive. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And that's essentially what this stream is, right? It's just come in, hang out if you want. If you got some free time, kick back, put it on in your shop. I originally wanted to call it like a workshop companion, where it's like you just throw it on. It's nice to have something on in the background, especially for me. I like doing that. So, okay, I gotta go stitch this. Okay, now follow me. Okay. Tactical sewing. Yeah. Yeah, the light just stopped working. I don't think it burnt out. I think there's just a little connection issue. So I got to go and look at that tonight, but I usually have a lamp on there for you too. And yeah, that laser's, it's nice, but it's not necessary. Yeah, nice, but not necessary. Based on the fact that you have marked your stitch line ahead of time anyway, right? Hand stitched will always be my number one. You know what, Theo? I respect it. I respect it. I'm gonna say too, it's a better stitch. It's a longer lasting stitch. Looks nicer in my opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you. I think you're correct in that. You know what's number one for me though is the fact that I'm so impatient. I can't handle hand stitching anymore. I used to hand stitch. And it obviously depends too, right? It depends on what it is that you're making. Okay, so I'm going to put a rivet on this thing here now. I want to lock in this stitch. Yeah, I'll give you that. I agree, but it hella hard in the fingers after a while. Yeah, no, for sure. Fingers get a real beating on hand stitching. Also, I'm more into making bags than wallets and smaller leather goods. So I think that too plays a factor. I know I've talked about it before, but after you do 25 bags, you just don't want to hand stitch them anymore. Unless that's like your brand, right? Like what's the Mask On leather? Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he does all Horween leather and it's all hand stitched. Beautiful stuff, you know. He does that guy does gorgeous work, but so time consuming. But that's also his brand. So I totally respect it, you know. Big market for that stuff. Big market. It's like you're going all the way, right? Like you're going all the way with the dream of the handmade, bespoke, or small batch, or just, you know, handmade, locally made type of business model. People love that stuff. They eat it up for sure. To each their own. Yeah, so Theo, you do all of it, eh? That's wild. Good for you, man. Like, honestly, I don't think I could do it. Definitely not now either. Like, it's not, if the leather crafting, like the leather working, if that was my primary business, then that's something that I would definitely have a different opinion on for sure. I'd probably do more of it. Can you see that? Yeah. So this is just going to hold that strap in place. But yeah, I definitely respect it. Same with tooling. I know I talk about it all the time, but that's another one. I just don't have the patience for it. Yeah, Shane, so you know who I'm talking about. Largest bag I've done is something equivalent to the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 hand stitch. Excuse me. That's wild. That's wild, man. That's a huge bag to do. It takes forever, but I love it. Yeah, so you and Jeff, you guys you're into that, and I respect it. And I love it too. There's nothing like, to be honest, like that flow state you get into when you're hand stitching. There's almost nothing better than that. Okay, so this guy here, I'm gonna mount this. This will be sitting underneath the bag now. Yeah, and I guess on the last one it kind of was as well. So I'll go a little higher with it. I think I'm gonna go right there. These types of things I'll always just kind of eyeball. Oh, and I definitely need to, before I continue on, I need to add this to the notes as well. That, okay, so let's go to the next page here. The strap is mounted . 3 inches in, 3 inches in, and then how far down are we here? We are 8 3/4 down. 8 3/4 inches, and then I want to, the stitch line starts 2.5 inches down. Stitch line starts 2.5 inches down, and it runs for, holy measurements, this guy runs for 19.5 inches. And this goes for 19.5 inches. Okay, because when I close this bag up today, that's not, I won't be able to access that. Oh, and I got to put a rivet on this side too, and to lock this stitch in place as well. I had an issue with the machine. It was pulling the thread. It was pulling the thread through one of the wrong eyelets, and it just put my stitches, the last 5 stitches are way closer together than usual. But we ain't perfect, so that is what it is. That's what's gonna make this bag unique. Nothing's perfect on it. Says the guy who's too impatient to make it perfect in the first place. There's an answer to everything, as long as you find it. Okay. Also, your live stream. Def harder to do all hand stitch on a live stream. You'd be here for weeks doing one project. No kidding, eh? I would be here for a long time. It'd be all right though. I think it'd be okay. It'd be possible to do. It would just be, we'd be on part 7 right now, you know. What was the pink leather in the bundle earlier on IG? Was it in this bundle here? This is the fluorescent. If this is the leather you're talking about, this is the bundle, and it is just the fluorescent pink Labratagna leather. That's available on the website. Okay, so now I just want to add these little holes. Always stay my stitching for late at night. Talk about a great time for that flow state. No doubt, eh? Just throw a good TV show on and away you go. Yeah, you start breathing all slow and time starts to change. You know, I heard something way back and it always kind of stuck with me. I think I read it somewhere, or I was told it or something, but it was basically along the lines of when you're doing something that you don't want to do, that's why it feels like it takes forever. That's why an hour feels like 3 hours, or 20 minutes feels like an hour. And that technically you have aged the amount of time that it felt that it took for you to move through time. And the same on the inverse of when you're doing something that you love to do, that, you know, hours and hours go by and it feels like not a lot of time has passed, and that technically you're aging at that speed. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd like to believe that it's true. You get into those flow states and you look up. Like, I had lots of times where, and even honestly, even these streams, I have so much fun on these streams that I'll look up and it's like, oh, you know, shit, an hour and a half has gone by already and it doesn't feel like that. So I choose to believe I'm aging slower. Veg tan. I'm pretty sure that's a veg tan. I'm not 100% on that. If Sarah's in the chat, I don't know if she is or not. She could definitely get you that answer right away here. Really nice leather though. It's a soft temper. I'm pretty sure it's a veg tan. I got another shipment from Labertagna. It's just about here. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys. For those of you guys that are in here, I got a little sneak peek of something coming in. So if you guys want to see it, let me know in the chat and I'll show it to you. I'll show you these quick little samples. I got them right here. Let me know if you guys are interested. Okay, so that's done. I got the one done. Okay, so that looks good. So we got it all cinched up there. She's all nice, ready to go. Okay, so now I got to do the other one quick. And while I'm doing that, while I'm letting the glue dry, I'll show you guys those samples quick too. Okay, so what did I say for the length going down here? 8 3/4 coming down. 8 3/4. That's technically correct. Oh, you know what it is? I gotta whack off the tip here. Yeah, I gotta take some material off. And I know what I said. So for those of you thinking about it, you don't have to say it. I know what I said. Came out wrong. Okay, so 8 3/4 down. That lands me right there. Okay, so that's good for that measurement. And then we're, what is it, 3 inch in? Yeah, I wrote that down, but I gotta double check. Yep, 3 inches in. So that'll be right there. Okay, so let's mark this real quick. That's right? Yeah. And I want to go up. This is there in the center. I didn't quite hit my rivet in the right spot on the last one, so I just want to go a little higher with it on this one. Okay, so that's 3 inches in. That is not 3 inches in. Now it is. Just gotta slide this up. Okay. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, now I want to make sure. It's 10.5 up from the bottom. I'm bang on. I'm right on the money there, so we can call it a day right on that line there. And grab a straight line here. I'll just get this adhesive on, just bear with me guys, and then I will show you some samples. Adhesive, where are you? Okay. Okay, good enough. I don't really want it to be like super, super, super attached. Super adhered off the stitch line. Also, like if you wanted to make this better, you could obviously do 2 stitches up the sides. But I don't know, I did the one and I like the look of it. So all right, what are we talking about here? 8 3/4. I didn't mark this, so I gotta. Gus is snoring behind me. There. Right there. Okay. Okay, I've taken some of them out. Actually, to do this the right way, I gotta go get these little pieces. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, I don't think I'm getting all these colors. It's been a while since I put this order through. But check this out. These are Italian veg tans with the black ghost wax on the top. Like, how sick are those, right? Like, look at that. You get your greens, oh, sorry. Greens, tobaccos, yellows. There's a navy in there too. But yeah, this wax comes off over time if you rub it off. Right? So those are actually just about here. So little sneak preview. Nobody knows that but you. So that's what's happening. That's what's coming right now. It'll be here soon. Yeah, Grigio and Jean look rad. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. They all do. I want to use all of them. I want to make everything out of all of them. I think that's probably going to be one where I'm probably going to have to make a wallet out of it. Because those look really good when they're in your pocket and they wear on the edges. the edges wear off to the color underneath, right? Because I've had the white ghost wax before, but these ones are the black wax. Man, there's so many cool things. So I have to stop watching these streams. I've stopped swearing now, but earlier I installed 30 of the wrong side of the snaps on my project. I removed 10 of them and reinstalled correct. Audrey, what are you doing? Oh, that's too bad. I know, I'm doing it too. I'm not really paying attention fully to what I'm doing. Like, I'm not locked in, right? So I'm making mistakes left and right as well. I'm crossing my fingers at what this thing's even going to look like when it's done. I don't know. Like, it's going to be nice, but there's probably going to be something that's just like, well, that didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, I think that this strap is going to be too short. But we're going to find out. I've only technically got I've got one stitch here. I've got the 2 gussets, which takes no time at all. It's 10 minutes. And then I have to attach the top handle and pop 2 oblong holes in the lid and resize the lid, and away we go. So I've only got probably an hour left and we've got this thing wrapped up. Does that wax colors thing in does that wax color thing in contact? Like if I make a watch strap, will it stain a shirt? I'm not sure. The wax probably will transfer a bit because it is something that will come off of the leather, but the color underneath definitely won't. And it's only a thin layer of wax on the top. I have seen watch straps made from this leather. So I would imagine that it's okay. Anything 10 ounce or thicker coming in. Yes. Yes, I have a lot of sidle coming in. And that is thicker, definitely thicker than 10 ounce. Some of it. Some of it's 9 to 10, that kind of thing. But what particularly are you looking for? If I might ask, Ryan. But yeah, I'm just waiting on this glue to dry, and then we're going to stitch this bad boy up. After this one is done, this strap, we can put this whole thing together. And it's going to go very quickly after this next strap. And the strap's even on the right side of them for the machine and everything. So that's good. That'll be quick. Holster making. Okay, so you want something that's like a... Do you want like a natural, or are you looking for something that's colored? Looking for a bridle? A holster leather? Are you looking for a latigo? Anything specific? Okay, so we're done with these back posts and studs. Put those away, I guess. Couple more minutes on this thing and we'll be ready to go. Then I have to install just that one piece there. We're on the home stretch now, to be 100% honest. Actually, I could pop holes into this while we are here. Not really budget friendly, to experiment if possible. Yes, sidle's coming in. That one will be here in the next month, within the next month. And that'll definitely be one that I think that you'll like. I think everyone's gonna like. It's beautiful leather. It's gonna be affordable. It's gonna be nice stuff. Not over the top. Okay, so this, I did a double rivet, so I might want to do that again. I think I'm gonna. Still waiting for a leather from Lafargue that's 5 ounce and a firm temper. I know. And that's my fault for not ordering any in, to be 100% honest with you. Like, it's totally doable. I just don't have any. What am I trying to do? I want to mark these holes. I want to pop these holes symmetrically. I guess I could just measure. Yeah, that last one was I think I showed it to you, Theo. It was a what was it, a 3 to 4 ounce, that tobacco leather. Nice stuff. I cut a lot of that up today. A lot of that stuff went out the door today, which is nice to see. I'm curious to see people's opinions on that stuff, because that'd be one that I would definitely bring in. I would definitely bring in a 5 to 6 ounce. I currently use the Botero range of colors, but would love to try something new. Yeah, definitely. I feel you there for sure. I feel you there for sure. It's kind of like it's a blessing and a curse in the leather supply industry. Is like on the blessing side, it's like it's endless for choices, but that's also the curse side, because it's like you bring in something, and I'm not calling anyone out on anything. Nothing's negative about anything, but like you bring in a certain leather in a 3 to 4, and then you get asked, well, are you going to bring it in a 5 to 6? So then you bring it in a 5 to 6, and then you get asked if you're going to bring it in a 6 to 7, and then an 8 to 9. And it's like, it's so endless. It's to the point where, honestly, like if there was good splitting machines out there, I would bring in everything, like a 9 to 10 ounce, everything would just be 9 to 10. And I would just split it down custom. And yeah, Gus is here. I think the stool's been in the way. He's chilling. Just in his usual, you know, Gus's usual habitat over there. On human things sleeping. That's what that means. Okay, this is going to be dry enough to stitch. Yeah, see, good splitters, I'm pretty sure they run at like 40 grand, 50 grand for like a basic one that breaks all the time, and you have to constantly be keeping up with it. So I'm almost 100% sure that they're that expensive. I've looked them up before, and you got to get ones from like Italy, like Camoga or something like that. There's some brand that sells them the cheapest, you know, and they're 40, 50 grand. Or they're like 40,000 euros or something wild, right? Okay, follow me, guys. We're going to stitch this little thing, and then I'll be back. I don't have a mic over there, so bear with me. I'm working on it. this done, and I think we're gonna just segue right into the next stitch after this too. Wrap this little guy up. Yeah, Scamoga. Yeah, Mycola, you know what I'm talking about. Lol, I literally pressed enter when you said that. No kidding, eh? I had some of my leather split in front of me using one of those belt knife splitting machines, and my soul left my body seeing that. It's extremely hard to control. Nice. You know what? I don't doubt it. I had a machine back in the day. I had a splitting machine at one point, but I didn't quite understand the technology fully. So I'm pretty sure it was one of those like belt splitting machines as well. And I tried splitting an entire square foot panel and was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be able to offer splitting. Like, this is so cool. And it was just a dry splitter. Holy, that thing got so jammed up so fast. Great machine for what it was intended for, but I definitely wasn't using it for what it was intended for. That's for sure. Same thing though, pretty sure my soul left my body as well. Not a good time. Alright, I can feel it. We're on a roll now. We're cooking with gas. We're gonna get this thing done real quick. Okay, do the old eyeball test here. We're good, we're good. Okay, smash these little holes. I do need to get a machine like the, not a clicker die, but, what is it? The Little Wonder, or whatever it's called from Weaver. I want to get one of those. For rivets and stuff. I think that'd be pretty... It'd be faster, it would be more precise, and I think that would be a good something to add to the arsenal of tools, that's for sure. Can you believe that the very first thing I did was clip those gussets together? Could you imagine the level of frustration I would have if I had gone ahead and stitched those together first thing? Could you imagine? One more. Way down here. Oh, I never burnt these ends here. Let's get her going. Let's stitch the gussets on. We're ready. Ready and waiting. The only thing I might not do today, because I have an extra one kind of hanging around, I have 2 extra hanging around, is the shoulder strap. I just might not need to go down that road just because I already have a bunch of extras lying around that haven't been used. Okay, we're at the step number 1 here. We're going to try this again. Okay, is this correct? Just think before you do this step, because it's going to be, there's no going back after this. There's nothing else I need on this thing. The handle, the front, yeah, we're on the home stretch. This is it. Just these 2 sides that need to be stitched, and that's it. Okay, and then I want to put the other one on as well. What leather are you using for that messenger bag? This is the OA split plank leather. I'm pretty sure this is one that can be found in the OA section. This is a leather that I had custom made based on a leather that I used to use, and it was my favorite leather. So this is an American made custom leather, and I've got this this is a 5 to 6 ounce. It's a chrome tan or oil tan, and it's also available in a 3 to 4, which I used for the pockets as well. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. That's what those straps are. Plush brown 8 to 9. This is going to be kind of hard to show on camera, so just bear with me for a sec here. I just got to get this clipped on. Oh, I'm excited to see what this thing looks like. This is probably some of my favorite moments of doing leather work, is when you're making something custom and you have no clue what it's going to look like, but you're at that final stage and you're just about to reveal it to yourself and you made it. It's a great feeling. Sometimes it's a really bad feeling. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. But that's the passion. That's the project. That's what you got to go through. Almost done here. And then I just want to size this up. I just want to look at it real quick before I go over to the machine. Come on. What time are we at here? 3:30? Yeah, this will be done in half an hour. Okay. She is good to be stitched. Just trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. This is the last chance. And I don't think I am. I think we're good. And even if I did forget something, I'm not overly concerned with it because I'll change it in the design notes for you guys. So let's just get after it. half done. One more to go. Okay. That's it. That's it for stitching. So I'm going to just pop a couple rivets in to lock these stitches in place. And then I will turn it right side out. and we'll have a look at it. You know, I don't know. I think maybe it's just because I've done so many bags on a flatbed machine, but I feel like those types of gussets can be done just as easily on a flatbed as on a cylinder. Just personally, that's just my experience with it now. That looks like an inside out bag. I know, right? We're almost there. We are literally on the home stretch. Oh, that's tight. Holy. Okay. I think these might be too long. Oh, they're perfect. I think those are the longest rivets that I even offer in the shop. Are these guys right here? I like doing this on these stitches here because then when you go to turn it inside out, you can rip it inside out and it's not coming apart. So just 3 more to do here and we'll be laughing. Almost there. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this thing looks like. Okay, that side's done. Yeah, you know what? This side might not need that long of a rivet. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. The other one was, I could feel that it was a little overkill. A little bit overkill. Okay. 1 more rivet, and we're turning this thing inside out. This does need to be a long one though, that's for damn sure. Okay, this is it. Alright, you guys want to see what this thing looks like? I'm kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. Okay. We're good. Stitched. We're good. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a chunky little monkey. This is gonna be a beefy little bitch. Oh yeah, that looks good. Just let me finish off these corners here. Man, there's nothing like making a bag out of some thick leather. It's just the feel of it in your hands. Like, it's just... There we go. All right. Here she is. This I have to trim. So this is going to be longer. Okay, good. I'm glad these were long enough. These straps. So that looks nice. Looks cool as a roll top as well. What I want to do now that we have the basic form, see, you know what I kind of think I should have done too? Well, not necessarily. This 3 to 4 ounce is a little darker, so I do like that. I was going to say it would have been nice to have a little more contrast and have the gusset be a little bit darker, but it kind of is, because this 3 to 4 ounce, it is a tiny bit darker on both sides. So now what I want to do quick is I want to, as you can see here, I want to rivet the lid like that. You crimp it and rivet it. And then you pop an oblong hole in the front. So it kind of bunches up a little bit. And then how far does this hang down in front of it? Okay, so 3/4 of the way down, or 2/3, I'd say. Okay, so I want to stuff this thing real quick. This might be too much leather. Mark, this is a 5 to 6 ounce leather that I used for the main body of the bag. The only thing that's thinner is right here, these little pockets. These are 3 to 4 ounce thickness. This might be too much stuffing. Let's see here. There, okay. So if we roll this over the top, how did I rivet that? Okay, so it goes down and in. So it would be riveted like that. And then again, another one. How did I do that? Oh. Another one. Okay, well I can do that 1 second. It's hard to hold this and visualize it. Okay, so I just want to do this one first. I guess I could do it. Yeah, I want to go right there. I want to go in about an inch off the corner. Man, that does not want to stay. Yeah, I want to go as close to the corner as I can. It's just hard getting it to do what I want it to do here. Or is that too close? this isn't easy. It's almost better to punch this hole in the beginning. Have these two holes prepped on the side before you even put the thing together. There we go. Probably be a little easier without that stuffing in there too, but whatever. We're making it work. So it'll look like that. And I like that. It kind of pulls the lid in a little bit more. Okay. So just gotta do the other side here quick. How far up did I go? Oh, that's like half an inch up. You know what? I gotta take this out. It's too much. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's good there. Now I gotta stuff it again. I don't need to stuff it that much though. With that pebbled veg that is in the auction, for small bags, is that the Horween one that you're talking about, Audrey? This stuff here. This is quite a firm temper, so if this is the stuff you're talking about, definitely. Yeah, you could definitely make a bag out of this for sure. It is on the thinner side. It's not too thin for a bag. You could definitely use this for sure. Okay, so that's been stuffed. So now I just want to crimp it again on the other side of the fold here. So right there is perfect. I'm not even going to question it. This is something that I don't know, I'm kind of debating leaving this step as like an additional type of step for the design notes. I'm not sure how many people would go about doing this on the edges. I just think it adds a nice touch. Okay, so if we went up, yeah, because like this would be more of like a, you could go more shallow, more narrow. It's kind of whatever you're feeling for how you want your bag to look, how you want it to lay, how you want the lid to feel, appear, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of just winging this part. I'm not really... not measuring. This part isn't really but like I say, this is something that should have been done in the beginning. I should not be doing this right now. Or rather, I shouldn't be trying to figure out where to put these holes. This should already be done. Okay. That's it for the top lid, the very top, except for now I need to figure out the placement of the handle, which is really easy. I like to just look down the bag, find the center line, and go right there. Go right, so it's right here. Right there. Home stretch. After this, there's two, I think only two more things to do. Okay, so this here, I want the handle right on this center line. I want it to be raised as well. I want it to be elevated up. So I'm gonna put it, I think I can get away with putting a 1/4 of an inch in on either side. So if I go lay this all flat, and this is another thing, like once these design notes are done, it's going to be way easier to recreate this because these lines will already exist, these holes rather will already, they'll already be in place. So this here, my ruler's getting all, let's go half, yeah, let's go 1/2 inch. Just live life on the edge a little bit here. Okay, so we'll go 1/2 and 1/2 there. Right. Yes, and then based on where the rivet is, that's where we're gonna put the center line of this thing here. So that'll be, what are we at here? 3 5/8 up from that side. So if we go on this side now, 3 5/8 is the center line, and then we go 1/2 back. That's right there. That doesn't seem to be three. Yeah, see, this one's now closer to, oh, that's why. 3 5/8. I think I'm gonna pop these holes first, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do this first. We're gonna go rivet. that'll straighten it somewhat on this side. Measure one more time. Yeah, see, like, way better to do this when you have the design all done, but this is what happens when you gotta go by the seat of your pants. Okay, so 3 5/8 in brings me to there, and then we go, that's a 1/2 inch. Just make sure it looks straight too. Yep. Okay. You want to make sure too that, well, I do. I want to make sure that I'm not going through the front layer of the bag when I'm hitting these holes. Yeah, Audrey, that Horween's really nice stuff. I've got quite a bit of it, actually. I didn't realize how much of it I did have, but I do. I've got quite a bit kicking around. It's nice stuff. I really like it a lot. Come on. There you go. 1. 2. Heck yes. Handle complete. There's literally 2 more things, 3 more things I gotta do. Okay, so this is, that'll be, see, so that sits perfect on the top there, right in the middle. I'm glad I went with that handle style too, that looks good. Okay, so I got that there. Now I have to cut this front flat. I want to go right to, I gotta fill this thing up just a tiny bit more. No, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to fill it up anymore. I want it to go cinched up tight. I want it to be there. Right there. Okay. So that means now I can start to refine. I can refine these dimensions now, because now I'm going to be taking off, let's do 3 1/4. Okay, so we're going to take we're going to take 3 1/4 off the top of this lid. 3 1/4. There. there, 3 1/4 there, and 3 1/4 here, right? Okay, so that means that we can shorten our overall template by 3 1/4. So 42 minus 3 1/4 is what? 38 3/4. Yep, 38 3/4. So this now can be 38 3/4 in overall length. Okay, so that's been amended. That's good. Oh, I'm excited. We're almost there. Now the rest of you don't outbid me. Love that. That's hilarious. Those auctions have been fun. I've been having fun putting them up too. It's a fun way to get rid of one-off leathers, get them into everybody's hands. And I always start them at $2. So it's one of those little Easter eggs, like if you know to look for them. Okay, I can't go back from this. Just want to make sure one more time. Yeah, oh yeah, we're good. Okay, and then what did I use for the edges? I want to use a little bit of a bigger round for it. Make some friggin' room here. Okay. One more corner to cut. It's wine o'clock. See you on the flip side. Thanks, everybody. Sounds good, Audrey. Have fun. Thanks for stopping in. It was nice chatting, as always. Okay, so now, real quick. This is the last and final step to this thing. Is I got to pop oblong holes in here. So I'm going to do them an inch up. It's actually not the final step. I got one more step after that I just noticed. So if we go 3 inches in, grab our 1-inch oblong. If we go, I want to go, how far up were these? It's 1.5 inches up. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to go right? Yeah. 1.5 inches up. 3 inches in. Inch and a half up, 3 inches in, and that's to the edge of this hole. Right? Yep, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, 1. Quickly do the same thing on this side. Three inches in. Inch and a half up. And that's the edge of the oblong. Okay. Now these things can go through like that. Cheers, Dina and Sarah, but I got a blast. Take care, all. So want to see final project, but gotta go. For sure, man. Thanks for stopping in. This is essentially the final project, for the final product, rather. I just have to pop a couple holes in, and that's it. We're laughing. We're almost there. But thanks for stopping by, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, so with this, I went almost to the top. I went almost to the very top of that strap. So if it was like that, let's say, then I went, let's say right here, I went, boom, right there. Okay, and then we're gonna go 7/8 down. No, I don't need that. We're gonna go 7/8 down from every hole. So we'll go there, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna only do 3, I think. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. I'll do 3 there. Okay, so now we gotta pop these holes. Okay. First hole is 2 1/4 up. Where's my 2 1/4 up? Okay, and then we got 7/8 higher than that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the last 3 hits on this bag, I'm pretty sure. We'll take a look in 2 seconds here, but whoa, that's tight in there. One, 2, 3. Okay, so I've already got these straps cut. So I think this is it. I think that was the last. I think that was the very last piece to this puzzle. So now these straps will go in here. May take a while to tuck these in nicely, but that's where those will go. Booyah, this works real nicely. I like it to be like crimped up like that too. I just like that look. So let's fill it with something else. Okay, throw flannel in here, like that. And then these will be hard to use for the first 10 times because I used such large studs there. Okay, but that'll go there. This one will go here. Come on. Home stretch. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's hard to get on. Actually, holy. All right. And that's it. Bag complete. It's going to take a minute for it to sit the way I want it to. But that's it. Yeah, so this over time will crinkle up and it's gonna just look really cool. And then these straps at the bottom as well. Here, let's get this going. So there it is. I've got this extra strap. I got this extra strap with antique hardware and everything. Okay, bye. So that's it. There she is. All done. I think it came out quite nice. And then, yeah, like I say, this is definitely gonna soften up over time. The lid here, the flap. You got quick releases here. You can make it tighter if you want to, or looser, depending on how much you're putting in. I actually would probably put another hole in the strap. But that's it. You got some side pockets here. And then on the back, it's just nice and clean. You could put a pocket here if you wanted to as well. It's whatever you want to do. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. That's a wrap. I actually really like how this turned out. Came out nice. So I will work on these design notes and I will put these in on the website, as well as that first laptop sleeve that I did as well. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. It's kind of cool. Saturation's pretty high on this camera, so it looks a little bit more yellowish tint than it actually is in real life. But yeah, hey, thank you guys. I appreciate all the kind words. This was a fun one to make, and a lot of you guys were in here the whole time I was making it, so I appreciate all of you coming in and spending some time with me, asking questions, helping me with a couple things too, and I was kind of stumped on a few situations and a few corners and whatnot. But yeah, we got her done. So like I say, I will put this up. This is gonna go live. I got all the dimensions saved here. They're gonna go up for free as usual. We got a guy that does the professional templates. So we're gonna see if that guy's available to do them. But typically what it is just I not professionally, but like I take it more seriously, and I write down way more clearly than in my notebook all of the notes and whatnot, right? So those will be at the very least available. You'll have all the dimensions ready to go for this thing. But if we can get our guy to do up a proper professional template, then you will have like printable 2-scale, 2-size templates that you can use for whatever. And you can use this. You can make this bag exactly the way it is, sell it, modify it, sell it, use it, keep it, whatever you want. It's totally up to you guys, and it's always going to be free. I'm just doing this to have fun and enjoy spending time with you guys, get back into the craft, and get back into the passion of it all, and get my ears back on the ground, and get to know the ins and the outs of what I initially got into this passion and pastime for. So yeah, thank you guys. I think I'm gonna call it there though. It's been a long, successful stream, just shy of 3 hours, and we're gonna do another one. We're going into the busy season now here, so I can't promise when. I'm always gonna try and shoot for Wednesday to Friday type of streams, for sure. That's always gonna be what I kind of try and aim for. But regardless of that, stay notified. You know, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Get the mobile app. That's how I push notifications so that everybody knows when I'm going live, that kind of thing. And just keep an eye on the social media. And I'm going to be going live as much as I can. So yeah. So thank you guys. Should put some pics on Insta to see the color better. I'm definitely going to. I'm going to properly photograph this thing. And I will definitely be putting that up on Instagram. And I've been kind of behind the scenes filming as well. So I'll kind of do a little bit of I'll try and put a reel together where I go from that bag originally through the process into this bag. So yeah. What total size of leather was used in this bag? I would probably say you could get away with a half side of leather. That's probably the total amount that was used. Less than that, but a half side would definitely get you what you need. For sure. So for those of you too that are curious, like if I was to make this and sell this, this probably would cost about $100, with all the hardware and everything included, probably $150 in total materials to make this. And I would sell this personally. I would sell this bag for about $900. That's what I would sell this for. So quite a bit of time went in, not overly a large amount, but enough that, you know, there's quite a bit of labor involved in this thing for sure. And then that's where if you take this design and you go and remake it again and again and again, you're just going to get faster and faster. And then you could obviously hand stitch it, which would bump it up to probably around $2,000 for the bag. But that's what I would say. I'd say probably about $850 to $900 is what I would sell this thing for. Yeah, $900. That's when I was making custom leather bags for people back in the day before I started the supply company. They would choose the leather that they wanted. They would choose the design that they wanted. And they were going to places that sold bags like this out of authentic, real leather. They were going to places and buying them for $1,500 as it is. So for me to charge that amount, it took me a minute to kind of wrap my head around, like, is it worth it for me to do? It sounds crazy, but when you break down the labor, and if you're going to charge $50 an hour, you know, and it's going to take you 6 hours to make it, like, you have to, this is how you got to make money in the industry, doing custom handmade stuff, right? So food for thought. I mean, obviously you do whatever you want to do, but that's what I would do just as a ballpark for you guys. I loved making it. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys while I did it too. Theo, still here. Love that. It takes a while, but once you find out where your customers are, they're willing to pay the price for sure. Yes, maybe $1,200 to $1,500. Yes, right? That's the thing. Is like if you undercharge, people are going to buy all day long, and if you overcharge, Theo, you said it exactly. You find your customers that appreciate the work that you're doing, and they appreciate the products that you've completed for them, and also they're custom. Like if you make these by and large, if you make these like mass produced, you make a bunch of them at a time, you'll probably be charging a little bit less. But if somebody says, I love the sound, I love the look of that bag, but this other leather, can you make it in that red or something like that? Now you're tacking on a lot of extra custom layers to it, right? So there's money in that too. But I digress. Sounds good, but need to find these customers. I guess you won't find them on Etsy. Well, that's just it, right? Like with me back home, it was going to markets, and I wouldn't sell a heck of a lot at markets, but I'd meet a lot of people that were interested in custom work. And it was very scary raising my prices from like a bag like this, going from $200 to $500 to $800, $900. That was very scary to do, but people didn't even blink an eye. And they said, to be honest, thank you for doing this because it makes it more worth it. And they feel like they're paying what the maker deserves to make, right? So obviously you guys do whatever you want to do, but that's just food for thought. That's what I'd sell this thing for. That's the price tag. Yeah, but other than that, thank you guys for swinging by. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to do another one in the near future. I can't promise the exact date, but obviously in the slower season, in the summertime and stuff, these will be more consistent. But regardless of that, I've loved spending time with you guys. Thank you again. These notes are going up soon, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys. Have a good weekend.